Now I know you saw the video title and you're like, OP, what do you mean? How are we gonna get free crystals and get them easily at the current moment? Am I gonna have to fight this extremely hard boss? Am I gonna be having to log in consistently? I already do this stuff. No, this is only for a limited time, and this is something that you can do right now to get as many crystals as possible, along with a bunch of extra rewards. It's not any story quest, which hopefully you've already cleared all those if you haven't yet. It's not any event necessarily. It is none other than the mines. I'm telling you guys right now, if you are not doing this mode, you are truly missing out. Not only do you get crystals and a bunch of other rewards for reaching different milestones in the mines, you also get these depth bonuses. Now, depth bonuses are mission rewards to specific bosses on specific floors. The deeper floor that you fight the boss in, the more of the depth bonus you will actually obtain. So let's say you beat a boss on floor 100. Well, that means that you're going to be getting the depth bonus for floor 100 for that boss, plus every other depth bonus that was for that boss prior to floor 100, if you haven't already obtained them, of course. Not only are crystals really important, also equipment. Equipment is one of the most vital aspects to Grand Summoners, and if you are lacking in this department, all of your units are just going to be absolute dog water. But thankfully, the Mines is here, which offers some of the best equipment that you can get in the game. I'm talking about stuff like this 4-star physical known as Blaze Coil. This gives you straight damage and reduces your break power to 0. May sound pretty rough on paper, but listen, if you're using it on a damage dealer like Okaroon or whoever, it doesn't matter. They're not here to break, they're here to deal DPS. Another 4-star physical, which some of you may know of, is B3 Claw or Grief. This gives you 100% uptime, and it is non-stop art gauge for you every single second of a quest. Plus, it also gives you an attack buff, which is really good. Just don't use this on characters that want to stay at high HP, since this does consume your own HP. You have some other stuff in here too, like the 5-star support Silent Treasure. This gives you so much arts per second, and is one of the best AoE arch-gen items still to this day, and it is technically free to play. You just have to fight Omega Palamecia for it. And there are loads more items in here that are absolutely worth grinding for. And if you ever want to see what a certain Mines equip does or what it is, you can always check the boss list after you beat a boss, and it will tell you the item that it drops. But hold on, I already know what you're saying. How are you going to be able to actually farm this? How are you guys going to actually be able to even do majority of this stuff, considering that a lot of this is some people would consider in-game content, which the Mines, I would say, depending on which floor you're at, we get into in-game, but for the most part, I would say it's kind of accessible to everybody. And it's made even easier now with the most recent unit releases. The best way for you to do the Mines is, for one, get some really powerful friends. So I recommend you join a Discord server, whether that be the GSOD server, my server, I don't care. Whichever one you want to do, join a server and get some friend codes. And if you want to too, leave your friend code down below in the comment section and let everybody else know what units you're using so you all can grind the Mines. Also, while you're down there, make sure you hit the like button if you've been enjoying the video so far. But you want to get some really powerful friends. I'm talking about friends that have units like Okaroon, Summer Miyu, Ultimate Paladin Roy. These three are the ones that are going to do absolute work for you. Okaroon is able to stack attack and damage on every single wave, and since the Mines is all about wave-based content for the most part, you are able to get so many stacks with Okaroon. Same thing with Summer Miyu. She functions the same way, but she's giving you art gauge along with physical damage, and she's a perfect partner with someone like Okaroon. Ultimate Paladin Roy is just Ultimate Paladin Roy, so if you wind up finding one that's able to give himself 300 art gauge at the start of the quest so he can instantly battery everyone else, you know that is a very powerful Ultimate Paladin Roy. If you can use one of these guys as your friend units in the Mines, you're gonna be smooth sailing even if you're kind of a newer player. After that, the other characters that you could use in your team comp could consist of something like this. You could run another Okaroon if you have your own, just to stack as much damage and attack as possible and wind up clearing through a lot of the floors extremely easily. Also, using a Summer Miyu of your own is very good here. If you have either one of these or both, put them on the team. Another character that's very solid is using someone like War God Finn as the leader to give your team DR, and not to mention War God Finn has incredible slots, so you can do a lot of stuff with that, or even using someone like Samurai Rimuru as the leader of the team, because he kind of functions the same way as giving your team even more DR. Using one of these guys makes it to where you don't necessarily need a damage mitigation character on some of the deeper floors, but if you don't have one of them, don't worry, you can always turn to Sandstone for extra DR, or if you have one of the top tier ones like Beta, Shiro, whoever it might be, they will also be really good here. Apart from your Summer Miyus, your Okaruns, your War God Fins, the last few characters that you could use is pretty much any support unit that you just really like, whether that be Heart, Hoka, whoever. Or of course, if you see that you're dying a bit too much, throw on another damage mitigation character, because as long as you have a Okarun on your team or a Summer Miyu or both, you really don't need extra damage because they should be able to handle majority of the content, at least getting up to the later floors. Once you start getting up to the later floors, you're going to actually start having to deal with mechanics and actually counter some of the bosses, which if you need any advice on how to counter any of the bosses, I will have a pinned comment down below that will take you directly to the Mines Guide so it can tell you how to beat every single boss and what their mechanics actually are. But this right here will allow you to brute force majority of the mines and get you so many crystals. I recommend you guys do this as much as possible while it is here and get to grinding not only the crystals but those amazing equips. If you have any more questions about the mines or anything else that you want to ask, please leave it down below in the comment section and I will do my best to answer it as soon as I can. One more thing before you all leave though, if you like this video, click on this one right here. It's talking about the new Leon, which if you haven't seen her yet, she's absolutely broken. Oh, don't forget to drink water.